Hello guys! You already know future simple, and today we are going to speak about another future tense, which is future continuous. Future continuous. First of all, we are going to discuss the structures. A statement. Subject plus will be plus verb ing. So mind here that we have two auxiliary verbs, will, be. Then, a negative sentence. Subject plus won't be plus verb ing. So won't be. Won't is a contraction of will not. Then, a question. You may have a question word. If you have it, you use it at the beginning of the sentence. If you don't, you start with an auxiliary verb. Will. Then, subject plus be plus verb ing. But there are some exceptions. When we talk about non-progressive verbs, we don't use them in continuous tenses. And that's why we don't use non-progressive verbs in future continuous. But some of these non-progressive verbs have specific meanings. For example, see sometimes means meet, and hear sometimes means to get some news from somebody. So we can use see and hear when they have a specific meaning in continuous tenses. So let's talk about the use. The first one. I believe you remember that we use present continuous when we speak about an action at or around a moment of time in the present. And we use past continuous when we speak about an action at or around a moment of time in the past. Similarly to this, we use future continuous. So, at, around, a moment of time, in the future. For example, I'll be playing tennis at 5 p.m. tomorrow. Number 2. We use future continuous when we talk about several parallel actions in the future. But they can only be used in the main clause, because I believe you remember that we don't use future tenses in if clauses and time clauses. For example, next Monday you will be working and will be lying on the beach and having fun. Number 3. We use future continuous when we talk about a decision that has already been made. For example, you have arranged to meet with somebody at 2 o'clock tomorrow. Your answer is, Okay, I'll be meeting you at 2 p.m. tomorrow. So, we use future continuous for pre-arranged actions in the future. And the example. Okay, I'll be meeting you at 2 p.m. tomorrow. In this respect, we use future continuous similarly to present continuous or to be going to. Well, it should be noted that we don't use future continuous to say how long an action lasts. But we use it with tense markers from to or from till. For example, we'll be having a class from 9 to 10 next Monday. I'd like to note that when we use the present simple tense in the if clause and the future simple in the main clause, we mean a real dependence. For example, I always have my morning coffee at 8. If you come at 8 o'clock, we will have coffee together. If you don't, we will not. Let's put it down. When we use the future continuous tense in the main clause, it doesn't denote a real dependence. For example, if you call me at 8, I will be having my morning coffee. If you don't call me at 8, I will be having my morning coffee anyway. Let's put this down. And this one. That's it, guys. Now it's time to practice.